I don't think hell exists. I happen to believe in life after death, but I don't think it's got a thing to do with reward and punishment. Religion is always in the control business. And that's something people don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business. And if you have heaven as a place where you're rewarded for your goodness and hell as a place where you're punished for your evil, then you sort of have control of the population. And so they create this fiery place, which has quite literally scared the hell out of a lot of people throughout Christian history. Mm-hmm. And it's part of a control tactic.
But wait a minute, you're saying that hell, the idea of a place under the earth or somewhere where you're tormented for an eternity, is actually an invention of the church?
I think the church fired its furnaces hotter than anybody else. But I think there's a sense in most religious life of reward and punishment in some form. The church doesn't like for people to grow up, because you can't control grown-ups. That's why we talk about being born again. When you're born again, you're still a child. The people don't need to be born again. They need to grow up. They need to accept their responsibility for themselves and the world.
What do you make of the theology, which is quite prominent these days in America, which is that there is one guaranteed way not to go to hell, and that is to accept Jesus as your personal Savior?
Yeah, I grew up in that tradition. Every church I know claims that we are the true church. And they have some ultimate authority. We have the infallible Pope. We have the inerrant Bible. The idea that the truth of God can be bound in any human system, by any human creed, by any human book, is almost beyond imagination for me. I mean, God is not a Christian. God is not a Jew or a Muslim or a Hindu or a Buddhist. All of those are human systems which human beings have created to try to help us walk into the mystery of God. I honor my tradition. I walk through my tradition. But I don't believe my tradition defines God. I think it only points me to God.
You and I are emerging people, not fallen people. Our problem is not that we are born in sin. Our problem is we do not yet know how to achieve being fully human. The function of the Christ is not to rescue the sinners, but to empower you and to call you to be more deeply and fully human than you've ever realized there was the potential within you to be. Maybe salvation needs to be conveyed in terms of enhancing your humanity rather than rescuing you from it.
Life is a startling and wondrous experience. And eventually, I think we're going to discover that God is unfolding through the life of our consciousness and our self-consciousness and is not a parent figure up in the sky. But I believe because I'm related to something that is not bound by time and space, that I will share in whatever God's eternity is.
Well, that's dedicated to everybody out there. Like I said, I am a seeker of truth, and these are things that we should all talk about. Now, this is a person who I believe he was connected to the Catholic Church. He's a bishop, but I know there's bishops in different religions. But these are good points. I am not trying to spread fear. I am trying to wake up to everything and understand everything. And there's people out there who are commenting and thinking that I am fear-mongering, and I am not trying to do that. But everything out here has some sense of fear-mongering behind it. Look at what's going on with what they want to do to us. I mean, isn't that a form of fear? So if you just go with it, and I'm sorry, this whole thing is just overwhelming, and I want people to still want to watch my channel, and I just want to talk about these things. You can leave your comments, like I said, I'm not fixed on anything, and I'm trying to understand if there's this evil agenda out there. And I feel like the new age stuff is got a lot of, it's just so much. Maybe I should just quit doing my YouTube channel because I don't know what to do. I don't know. It's just so many things going on. So all I do is pray and ask for guidance, and hopefully I'll be on the right path. And I like what he said. I mean, yeah, Catholic Church spreads fear. Church spreads fear, reward and punishment. I mean, got the same thing going on with the global elite. So cognitive dissonance everywhere. Anyway, I love you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry if I offend anybody with anything I say. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.